The rivalry between Joe Biden and Donald Trump is deeply rooted in contrasting political ideologies, leadership styles, and public personas, making it one of the most highly charged and publicized political relationships in recent U.S. history. Biden, known for his steady leadership and emphasis on unity, contrasts sharply with Trump's brash, combative, and often populist approach. This divide has shaped much of their interactions, with both figures having widely different visions for America's future. Biden's leadership is often framed as a return to civility and consensus building, while Trump's tenure is seen by his supporters as an era of economic strength and national pride, despite the division it caused in the country. In the midst of their ongoing political battle, public confrontations such as this one become central to shaping not only their public personas, but also the ongoing narrative of their legacies. Biden's attempt to dismiss Trump's legacy comes at a critical juncture in their political rivalry. It represents an effort to deconstruct the foundations that Trump built during his presidency and challenge his influence in the years following. The exchange, then, is more than just a clash of personalities. It is a microcosm of the larger ideological battle that defines the Trump-Biden rivalry. In this context, Biden's attempt to undermine Trump's legacy has far-reaching implications. His words are not only aimed at Trump, but also at the voters who remain loyal to the former president. By dismissing Trump's accomplishments, Biden attempts to reclaim the narrative of American leadership and governance. The significance of this moment lies in its ability to shape the public's perception of both men. For Biden, this exchange represents a chance to further define his leadership in contrast to Trump's disruptive style, framing his presidency as a response to the chaos of the previous administration. For Trump, the response to Biden's critique is not just about defending his own record, but also about asserting his continued relevance in the political conversation. The way each leader handles this exchange will have lasting consequences on their public image and political legacies. This interaction underscores the power of public perception in shaping the course of political careers and the importance of leadership style in defining success. 0. In this exchange, Joe Biden's remarks aimed at dismissing Donald Trump's legacy were rooted in his vision for the country. Biden's criticism was directed at several aspects of Trump's presidency, particularly areas where Biden felt Trump had failed to meet the needs of the American people. Among the areas of focus were Trump's handling of the economy, the nation's healthcare system, the response to the COVID-19 pandemic, and the country's foreign relations. Biden often points to Trump's divisive rhetoric and chaotic management style as evidence of his inability to lead effectively. The criticism was not just an attack on Trump's policies, but also an indictment of his overall leadership philosophy, which Biden views as detrimental to the country's stability. Biden's remarks also serve as a critique of Trump's approach to governance, highlighting the former president's tendency to prioritize personal and political gain over national interests. The timing of Biden's criticism is not coincidental. As Biden continues to navigate his own presidency, which has faced challenges including the pandemic's lingering effects and economic recovery, he seeks to distinguish his leadership from Trump's. By dismissing Trump's legacy, Biden positions himself as the leader who can restore order, cooperation, and respect for democratic norms. This moment represents a deliberate effort by Biden to consolidate his own position while discrediting the previous administration. The broader political context is one of ongoing polarization, and Biden's critique serves as part of his ongoing attempt to unify the country by appealing to those disillusioned with Trump's tenure. Biden's words were more than a passing comment. They were a direct challenge to Trump's continued influence and a strategic attempt to reshape the national discourse. This exchange between Joe Biden and Donald Trump took place in a highly publicized forum, likely during a campaign rally, debate, or media interview. Such settings are inherently charged with political significance as they provide a platform for both leaders to present their views to a national audience. The audience, whether made up of political insiders, party supporters, or the general public, plays a crucial role in shaping the atmosphere of the event. In many ways, the audience's reaction acts as a barometer for how each figure's message is received and can provide immediate feedback on the success or failure of their public exchanges. If the exchange takes place in front of a live audience, their reactions, ranging from applause and cheers to murmurs of disapproval, serve as an important element in the shaping of the event's narrative. The setting, especially if it is televised or live-streamed, amplifies the importance of the exchange, as millions of viewers around the country will witness the confrontation in real time. The public nature of the setting adds an extra layer of intensity to the interaction, as both Biden and Trump understand that the stakes are high. Their words will be scrutinized by the media, political analysts, and the public, all of whom will interpret the exchange based on their own political leanings. The confrontation thus becomes more than just a moment of disagreement. It is a performance, one that both leaders know will shape their public personas and potentially impact their political fortunes. The setting also has implications for how Biden's criticism and Trump's rebuttal will be framed in the media. If the audience responds positively to Biden's remarks, it could bolster his position as a leader who is capable of challenging Trump's influence. Conversely, if the audience reacts more favorably to Trump's retort, it could further cement Trump's standing as a powerful figure in American politics. In response to Biden's criticism, Donald Trump's initial reaction is telling. As a figure known for his quick thinking, sharp tongue, and combative style, Trump's immediate response is designed to assert his dominance in the exchange. Trump's tone is typically confrontational, using humor, sarcasm, or sharp rhetoric to undermine his opponents. However, the nature of his response to Biden's critique is also strategic. Trump is aware that his base responds well to his fiery rhetoric, but he also knows that to maintain credibility on a national stage, he must deflect and counter Biden's claims with precision and authority. His approach is not just about dismissing Biden's remarks, it is about making sure that his own legacy is defended and that Biden's attempt to diminish him is quickly quashed. Trump's public persona is one of strength and confidence, so his initial reaction is likely to be forceful, aimed at reclaiming the narrative that Biden seeks to undermine. He is known for his ability to command attention and often uses his wit and larger-than-life persona to engage the audience. Whether Trump immediately challenges Biden's statements directly or opts for a more calculated approach, his goal is clear: to regain control of the conversation and shift the focus away from Biden's critique of his presidency. Trump's quick wit and ability to turn the tables on his opponents have been a defining characteristic of his political career, and this moment presents an opportunity for him to demonstrate that he remains a force to be reckoned with in American politics. His public persona is grounded in the idea that he is a champion for his supporters, so his reaction will likely be tailored to resonate with the base that has remained loyal to him since his presidency. Trump's sharp rebuttal to Biden's dismissal is a critical moment in the exchange. His response is calculated, and it is designed to immediately shift the tone of the conversation in his favor. In this moment, Trump uses a combination of wit, logic, and strategic rhetoric to counter Biden's critique. Rather than directly attacking Biden's character or motivations, Trump often focuses on the broader implications of Biden's remarks, offering counterexamples or pointing to his own accomplishments during his presidency. Trump's rhetoric is often designed to be memorable, utilizing phrases and sound bites that resonate with his audience. By invoking key successes from his time in office, such as economic growth, tax cuts, and strong foreign policy actions, Trump aims to remind the public of what he sees as the highlights of his presidency. His sharp retort is not just a defense of his legacy, but a powerful counterattack that seeks to diminish Biden's credibility as a challenger. Trump's ability to refocus the conversation on his own achievements forces Biden to grapple with the implications of his critique and exposes the weaknesses in Biden's argument. The effectiveness of Trump's rebuttal lies not only in the content of his response, but also in the way he delivers it. His quick, assertive response allows him to regain control of the exchange, effectively silencing Biden's criticism and shifting the focus back to his own narrative. In this exchange, Trump's sharpness and strategic use of rhetoric demonstrate why he remains a central figure in American political discourse. His rebuttal serves as a reminder that in the world of political debates, it is not just about the facts, it is also about how you deliver your message and engage with your opponent. The audience's response to Trump's sharp rebuttal is immediate and telling. In political exchanges like these, the crowd's reaction can significantly impact the overall dynamic of the moment. When Trump delivers his sharp response, the atmosphere in the room shifts dramatically. If the audience reacts positively, whether through applause, cheers, or visible approval, it becomes clear that Trump's rebuttal resonates with those present, particularly with his supporters. The immediate reaction of the audience can also affect Biden's posture in the exchange. If the crowd backs Trump's response, Biden may find himself on the defensive, as public approval shifts in favor of his opponent. The audience's reaction is not merely a reflection of the rhetorical skills on display, it is a direct indication of which political figure is controlling the narrative in real time. In a highly charged environment such as this, the audience can serve as an important echo chamber. For Trump, a positive response is more than just validation. It's a reminder of the strength of his political persona. His supporters are typically drawn to his bold, unflinching demeanor, and in this moment, his sharp response may further solidify their loyalty. For Biden, a more tepid reaction from the crowd could suggest that his critique of Trump isn't landing as effectively as he had hoped. The shift in focus from Biden's initial comments to Trump's powerful rebuttal with the audience's support highlights the importance of timing and delivery in political exchanges. In this moment, Trump manages to not only defend his legacy, but also dominate the conversation, forcing Biden to wrestle with the implications of his own remarks. The audience's applause, approval, or lack thereof plays a vital role in how the exchange is perceived, amplifying the narrative of Trump's victory in this rhetorical clash. Trump's sharp rebuttal is designed to rattle Biden, forcing him to confront the limitations of his initial criticism. The psychological impact on Biden is significant. As someone who has spent decades in politics, Biden is accustomed to handling public criticism. However, the unexpected forcefulness of Trump's response challenges Biden's political poise and calls into question his ability to maintain control of the narrative. Biden's reaction to Trump's rebuttal is telling. Does he remain calm and composed, or does he show signs of frustration? The way Biden handles this pivotal moment speaks volumes about his ability to navigate political confrontations. If Biden is visibly shaken or defensive, it could undermine his image as a stable and competent leader, leaving him vulnerable to further attacks from Trump or his supporters. Conversely, if Biden manages to maintain his composure and responds effectively, he may still salvage some credibility in the eyes of the public. The impact of Trump's response could cause Biden to reassess his approach to dealing with Trump in future encounters. It might prompt Biden to reconsider how best to engage with the former president, especially if he feels that Trump's combative style is effective at derailing his arguments. The psychological impact on Biden is an important aspect of the exchange, as it influences his behavior and strategy moving forward. Trump's ability to shake Biden's confidence in this moment underscores the volatility of political confrontations, where a single comment or retort can have lasting effects on a candidate's image and public perception. The media's framing of the exchange between Biden and Trump plays a pivotal role in shaping public perception. In an era where media coverage is integral to political discourse, how the press reports on the exchange can significantly influence which narrative gains traction. If the media focuses on Trump's sharp rebuttal, it may portray him as a dominant figure in the exchange, highlighting his rhetorical skill and political agility. Media outlets that favor Trump will likely emphasize his ability to swiftly turn the tables on Biden and frame the moment as a decisive victory for the former president. On the other hand, if the media coverage leans toward Biden's critique and dismisses Trump's rebuttal, it could reinforce the perception that Biden is the more reasonable and composed leader. In today's politically polarized media landscape, the way the media covers the exchange may vary significantly depending on political leanings. The framing of this confrontation by major news outlets will help shape the broader public's understanding of the moment and the political ramifications of the exchange. Social media, too, plays an influential role in amplifying the exchange. Clips of Trump's rebuttal will likely circulate on platforms like Twitter and Facebook, further fueling the public conversation. Trump's supporters will likely share and praise his retort, while Biden's base may rally around his critique. The viral nature of these moments helps solidify political narratives, making the media's role in shaping the public discourse more important than ever. Trump's sharp rebuttal has lasting political implications. For his supporters, it reinforces the narrative that Trump is a capable and quick-witted leader who can stand up to criticism and dominate public debates. The success of this exchange could boost Trump's position among his base, particularly those who view Biden as weak or ineffective. It may also energize Trump's supporters in the lead-up to future political contests, signaling that he remains a formidable force in American politics. For Biden, the failure to respond effectively to Trump's sharp retort could have damaging political consequences. Biden's inability to regain control of the narrative could lead to perceptions of weakness, undermining his credibility as a leader who can stand up to formidable opponents. In the context of a polarized political climate, such an exchange may fuel further doubts about Biden's ability to handle public confrontations, especially with someone as combative as Trump. The political ramifications of this exchange will extend far beyond the moment itself, influencing future campaign strategies, debates, and public perceptions. In the long term, this exchange could impact Trump's political future as well. By successfully challenging Biden's criticism, Trump strengthens his position as a leader capable of navigating the rough waters of American politics. Whether or not he intends to seek another term, his continued relevance in the political sphere depends on his ability to maintain a strong public image, which moments like this can help solidify. The public's perception of both Trump and Biden is significantly shaped by this exchange. Trump's ability to deliver a quick, sharp rebuttal reinforces his image as a confident, skilled leader who is not afraid to engage in public confrontations. His supporters will likely view this exchange as a sign of his continued strength and dominance in political debates. Trump's ability to turn the tables on Biden, even in the face of criticism, will likely be seen as a sign of resilience, further solidifying his reputation as a strong leader who can weather attacks. For Biden, the exchange may prove less favorable. His inability to effectively counter Trump's sharp response could lead to a perception of weakness or ineffectiveness. In the eyes of his supporters, this moment may challenge their belief in his ability to lead effectively in difficult situations. The public's perception of Biden as a leader capable of responding decisively to criticism could be significantly diminished, especially if they view his reaction as lacking in strength or conviction. This exchange may ultimately shift the way Biden is viewed in public forums, particularly in future debates or confrontations. The contrast in how Trump and Biden handle this exchange speaks volumes about their leadership styles. Trump's combative, quick-thinking approach contrasts sharply with Biden's more measured, diplomatic style. How the public perceives these two approaches will likely influence their future political trajectories, especially as both men continue to navigate the complex landscape of American politics. In conclusion, the exchange between Joe Biden and Donald Trump marks a pivotal moment in their political rivalry, encapsulating much of what has defined their ongoing feud. Sharp contrasts in communication styles, political ideologies, and public personas. The sharp rebuttal from Trump not only diminishes Biden's critique, but also reinforces Trump's position as a formidable figure in American politics, maintaining his reputation for directness and quick-wittedness. His ability to handle criticism with such precision not only strengthens his leadership profile, but also underlines the resilience he has demonstrated throughout his career, particularly during such high-stakes public confrontations. The public's reaction, the media coverage, and the political implications of this exchange all point to a significant shift in the narrative surrounding these two leaders. Trump's retort served to redirect the conversation, often shifting the focus back to his strengths, positioning him as a leader who commands attention even in the midst of an attack. Meanwhile, Biden's failure to respond effectively in this moment raises questions about his ability to engage with adversaries in a high-pressure environment. The way this exchange unfolds can have lasting consequences, particularly in how both men are perceived in future debates or political showdowns. For Biden, the inability to counter Trump's retort effectively could have significant, long-term consequences on his public image and political future. The moment highlights the importance of effective communication and the necessity of handling political confrontations with poise and authority. These qualities are crucial, especially when navigating the complexities of public life and managing the scrutiny that comes with political leadership. Biden's inability to capitalize on a moment that could have allowed him to highlight his own strengths may diminish the public's perception of his ability to lead decisively under pressure. For a leader who has often portrayed himself as steady and experienced, this exchange might prompt questions about his ability to navigate future challenges, particularly when facing off against a combative opponent like Trump. For Trump, the successful rebuttal solidifies his standing as a quick-witted, strong leader who can dominate public debates. This moment underscores his capacity to stay in control of a situation, turning a potential negative into a victory. His ability to deftly respond to Biden's criticism showcases the communication prowess that continues to fuel his political influence. It also reinforces his reputation as a formidable contender in any political contest, whether it's a debate, a campaign rally, or a confrontation with other political figures. Trump's handling of this exchange serves as a testament to his media-savvy approach and his understanding of the power of narrative in shaping public perception. This exchange serves as a reminder of the power of public discourse in shaping political narratives and legacies. In the arena of modern politics, where media coverage and public perceptions are constantly evolving, moments like these can have far-reaching implications. They affect not only the immediate reactions of the public and media, but also influence the trajectory of a politician's career. Whether or not this moment will influence the broader trajectory of the Trump-Biden rivalry remains to be seen, but it is clear that moments like these, particularly those that take place in high-profile settings, will continue to shape the future of American politics. In the broader context, this exchange reflects the continuing polarization in American politics, where the divide between figures like Biden and Trump continues to widen. This dynamic contributes to a larger discourse about leadership, communication, and the art of public engagement. For both Biden and Trump, their approaches to this exchange, Biden's criticism and Trump's response, reveal much about how they see their roles in the political landscape. As such, this moment represents more than just a single exchange of words. It is emblematic of the broader challenges both men face as they continue to define their political legacies in an increasingly polarized environment. As the political landscape evolves, the way these figures handle such confrontations will shape their future engagements and influence the overall direction of the nation's political discourse. Whether or not Biden's lack of response diminishes his standing, or Trump's ability to deftly handle the situation continues to elevate his profile, the legacy of this exchange will undoubtedly contribute to shaping the public's perception of both leaders as they move forward. It is moments like these that define the narrative of modern politics and demonstrate the lasting impact of public discourse on political careers.